personal development, unplugged. Hi, yeah, Paul again from Personal Development Unplugged, helping change. Change what? Change people. Change people's minds, change people's goals, getting their goals, all that stuff. But if you're into personal development, you're probably into reading lots of things about how you can improve yourself and the things you want to increase your skills in. Now, to me, I know I've got loads of books, and when I read them, I seem to remember some of them, or some parts of them. I know if it's like in my therapy books, my hypnosis books, that I know I've read something and it's gone in because I've suddenly found myself using that knowledge in maybe a therapy session with somebody. That's better, Paul. To me, I'd like to find a way that I can remember them, because it's nice to have a conscious idea of what I'm doing. And also, I do know that if you consciously review what you've read and the things that you found interesting, then you will retain it longer. You'll understand it longer. It'll come more into the fore when you need it. And the thing is, I've noticed that if in everything, when we set our intention on doing things, that's when we get the best results. So now if we're reading a book, or if I'm reading a book, I'm going to set my intention. What can I learn about this? Or what can I learn that I don't know? What can I learn that's going to enhance my knowledge, my skills maybe? Just have this question. Formulate the wonderful question for you that you repeat to your unconscious mind before you start reading. And then, this is what I never used to do. I would never, ever mark in a book. It was sacrilege. This book was so pure. Could never highlight, could never make a note. But I found when I started just to make a line or a little asterisk, that one thing, by doing that, it was like telling my unconscious mind, this is really important. So somehow I was learning that and I can remember it easier. But also, when I came to just have a flick through that book, those things would jump out at me and they would like reinforce the memory, but also would allow me to look at other things and find even deeper understandings, maybe things that I hadn't noticed in that book, because initially I was learning the other things. And those other things have now allowed me to learn other things. So then I'd make some more notes. But I'd always say, my intention would be, what else can I learn from this book that will enhance my skills? What things can I really enjoy and learn from it? Wonderful questions. And you can do that really easily. All you have to do is set your intention, ask the question, and make some notes. Or maybe have a notebook for notebooks, or notes from books. And as you do it, make some notes. How important are they? And when they're not that important, or when you really got it, you can maybe just let that one go and clarify or condense those notes even more. Such a simple way of enhancing your knowledge, because if you just read a book without an intention, we're just reading. Stuff goes in, may stick, it may just disappear. But this is the way of really, lots of reallys there, really getting the stuff that you need and you want out of a book. And I wouldn't say just books now, because if you were watching a video maybe of something that you're really interested in, maybe see a YouTube video like this one, that there's something there that you really want to understand, before you press play, just set your intention. I'd really like to learn X about this. What can I learn that's going to, I've already said it so many times. You can just set your intention, and I guarantee with a little notebook or whatever, you will suddenly notice the things that you wouldn't have noticed before. They're the things that will really make the difference. And it is the difference that makes a difference. And then your self-improvement, your personal development, your skills in a particular subject they'll advance exponentially, if that's the word. And you will just, your success will come in leaps and bounds. Tiny little tip, but in simplicity there is genius. And I'm pretty simple. I'm not genius, but just go ahead and play around with this type of stuff. Find what works for you, but always set your intention. Even before you find out what works for you, set your intention about finding what works for you. So that's me, Paul Clough from Personal Development Unplugged and the 5-Minute Quickie. Hope you enjoyed it. We are in video on YouTube, as you're here now, or we're also on iTunes and SoundCloud on the Personal Development Unplugged podcast. So enjoy, find it, subscribe to it, and share. Enjoy your life and shine brightly with everything you learn. Bye-bye. Personal development, unplugged.